I'm Michael Jensen, editor of AfterElton.com.
And I'm Michael's partner, author Brent Hartinger.
And this is Two Gay Guys.
The subject of this week's episode is After Elton's recent reader survey of the top 25 gay and bisexual TV characters of all time.
But today also happens to be the day we clean house, so we're hoping you don't mind if we go ahead and clean while we film the episode.
One of the most interesting things about the poll were the top two vote getters. Jack McFarland from Will and Grace at number 2, and Brian Kinney from Queer as Folk at number 1. Why are they interesting? Because they're not exactly the most sanitized portrayals of gay men.
I still remember the first time I saw Queer as Folk. It was like gay life seen through the eyes of Pat Robertson. And Brian Kinney was the worst character of all. Arrogant, sexually compulsive, self-centered. But a lot of gay men seemed to really respond to him. And that made me wonder why we'd want to spend time in the gay toilet.
Then there's Jack McFarland. Just as sex-obsessed and self-centered as Brian Kinney, but also vapid and materialistic. But what really creeped me out about Will and Grace was how all Will and Jack did was insult each other. These bitchy gay queens are supposed to be best friends? Ew.
Still, it's not the job of the artist to create political propaganda. So what if Jack and Brian both had negative qualities? It's the responsibility of the artist to tell the truth, to reflect reality, not to sweep things under the rug. And that goes double for minority artists, and both Jack and Brian were created by out gay men.
You missed a spot. On the other hand, it's hard to see Will and Grace or Queer as Folk as art. They're popular entertainment, seen by millions. For Will and Grace, at least, it literally shaped how lots of people view gay people. And so what if these characters are created by gay men? The dominant culture always rewards those minorities who choose to air that minority's dirty laundry. You think it's a coincidence that some of the most successful rap stars were the ones who most confirmed the worst stereotypes about African Americans?
But it's not just straight people that have taken a shine to Jack McFarland and Brian Kinney. Gay people have too, as confirmed by the results of our recent poll. So what's up with that? Is Brian a fantasy character, Edie Britt on Desperate Housewives, the character you love to hate? Is Jack McFarland a way for gay folks to laugh at, even reclaim some of the over-the-top stereotypes of gay people?
The truth is, both Jack and Brian grew and changed over the course of their shows, and in some ways were even redeemed. But not entirely. Some of their most negative characteristics stayed with them to the end, like baked on grease.
And maybe that's not such a bad thing. When it comes to minority characters, the first ones are always moral paragons. Diane Carroll and Julia. They're important in breaking ground, but they're also kind of boring. It's not very interesting when characters have been scrubbed clean of all their flaws.
You missed another spot. In a way, Brian and Jack were even kind of revolutionary. After decades of neutered gay characters on TV, we finally had a character, Brian Kinney, who was about nothing but sex. And after decades of tortured, closeted gay characters, we got Jack, who doesn't know the meaning of the word closet.
Brian Kinney and Jack McFarland may not have been everyone's cup of tea, but let's face it, they were always watchable, and they changed what it meant to be gay on television.
The house looks pretty good. It's clean.
But not ridiculously clean. After all, who wants to live in a completely sterilized environment?
Not us, apparently, given the way you cleaned the toilet.
The point is, a little dirt makes things interesting.
We're talking about the house or Queer as Folk?
Both.
Well, that's it for this week.
Join us next week for another episode of Two Gay Guys.
He definitely missed a spot.